No. Oh. Down. I'm determined to eat this. And then, finally. Want it?
Yeah. No, that's so big!
That's how you eat it then.
Give me another one.